Hello everyone, welcome to Start My Fashion YouTube page. Once again, to all my new people that just got here today, you're highly welcome. And to those who are returning subscribers, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us. Today we're going to learn how to fix the invisible zip on the shoulder using the normal machine footer, double footer, not the zipper foot. Do you understand? Because most of us, we don't even have the zipper foot in our shops. I want to teach you how to use your normal machine footer to apply the invisible zip in easy steps. Yeah, before we continue, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like this video. Let's engage. Ask me your questions if you have any confusions. So now this is after I had already cut the clothes, the front and back. I've joined the right side of the shoulder. I've joined the right side of the shoulder. And now this is the left side that is going to carry the invisible zip. This is the left side of the shoulder that will carry the invisible zip. So what I like to do is, you can see that there is the cape is also there. So I'll stitch it together, although I'm using a loose stitch. Do not forget, I'm using a loose stitch to stitch the side that will carry the zipper. This is because I just want to hold the shoulder in place. I want to hold the shoulder in place so that I'll be able to apply the cape. And after applying the cape, I'm going to loose the left side of the shoulder again. And then I'll weave it. And then I will apply the zipper. So now I'm going to stitch the left side. I'm going to make it loose so that it will be easy for me to take off the thread. So you can see this now. This is the left side. And that is the right side. So for me, I like to top stitch. I like to top stitch the shoulder from the outside. So I'm going to do that right now. Although I'm going to do it only for the right side of the shoulder. Since I'm not losing this part, I'll top stitch it real quick. Yeah, so after top stitching that, this is me trying to apply the cape by stitching the open side of the cape together to the bodies, the back bodies. So I'm also going to do that real quick. So you can now take a look. This is what it looks like after joining the two shoulders. This one has a top stitch and this one doesn't. So you take this to the table, you're going to iron it, and then if you need to trim and shape the neck, you're going to do that. This is after ironing. You trim and shape the neck. This step is very important, because if you don't do this, your job is not going to be nice. Iron the clothes, iron the shoulders, you trim and shape your neck, and after everything is the way you want it, then you are going to lose the left side and then weave it. You can see that I have already woven this part. You said I've already woven it. I weaved it. Yes. So after this, we're going to apply the invisible zipper before we apply the piping. And besides, I have two videos concerning how to apply the neck piping. If you're interested to check that out, I'm going to be dropping the links in the description for you to go check it out. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, and sure to check them out on different topics, how to achieve perfect shoulder slanting and all of that. So you need to be observant here. Look at the way I placed the invisible zipper. You can see that the invisible side is facing down on the clothes. The invisible side is facing the clothes. Observe very closely, because if you get this wrong, you may just have to lose it and do it again. So just see that the face, the fabric is facing the face of the zip. And also look at how I place it close to the edge. Yeah, so this is how you do it. You place it like that, and because this is a normal footer that we're using, I'm going to have a first stitch. I'm going to stitch it the first time to hold it down in the place that I want before I proceed. I'm going to hold it down the first place that I want before I proceed. So you can see this now. This is the first stitch. The first. Look at the other side, the front side. You see that it's still very open. It's not close to that invisible side. So we're going to do something now. Open the zipper and carry out another stitch closer to the zip side. So that's what we're going to do now. Watch closely, observe very well. So this is the way you open it. Use your hand and open the zipper out, stretch it out like this, and then you can see that hollow place. That is where your stitch is supposed to fall. Use the zipper foot to press it down, so the stitch will fall within that gutter that you're seeing. So this is what it looks like after carrying out the second stitch. You can see that it is almost within that hollow, that gutter. So we're just going to zip it now and see the result that we have. If it's perfectly close, that's fine. We're going to leave it that way. But then if it's not as close as we would have wanted, we're going to make yet another stitch still on that edge, so that the zipper will not be visible on the outside. Yes, so having done that for the front side, now we're going to do the same thing for the back. We're going to do the same process for the back. First of all, you make sure the face of the fabric is on the face of the zipper, and also make sure that the edges are aligned. The edges of the fabric at the neck side, make sure that it aligns so that your work would be neat. So after doing that, you just stitch it the first time, stitch it the second time to achieve same results. You can see that the first stitch is just to hold it down, because look at that space. It's just to hold it down. So we're going to carry out a second stitch, which will bring it closer like this. To bring it closer like this. So we'll go on ahead and do that real quick. So I'll try to show you what it looks like. This is the result. Of course, you can still see the ash underneath that place. I would not want the result of my job to be like this. So for me, I'm going to carry out another stitch again off camera, and then I'll show you the results. Make sure you carry out that stitch very close to the edge of the zipper, such that it becomes invisible, completely invisible. So I'm going to do that and show you the result immediately. Yeah, so now this is after carrying out yet another stitch to make sure that the zip becomes invisible. So you can see how close this is. Pardon my words. See how it kisses with each other, and yet there's a zip underneath there. This is the result you're supposed to achieve. This is the result you're supposed to achieve. So you just make sure you achieve a perfect result. Underneath will look like this. You can see that the last stitch is very close to the zipper. Very close to the zipper. You can see that. So this is what you're supposed to achieve, and also make sure that you achieve that. So if you've watched this video this far, I'm sure you've found value. So let's just like this video. If you have questions, drop them down in the comment section. I'll attend to each and every one of them, and I really appreciate you for sticking through with me on my channel. I promise to bring you more educating videos. Thank you for watching this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.